Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat regarding all the biggest and latest news from the summer transfer window. It has been revealed that Marcus Rashford's loan to Barcelona, the buy option is 30 million euros. So we'll be discussing that. Gyokeres to Arsenal continues to stall as well. Osherman looks like he's going to make his move to Galatasaray. Hugo Ekitike, we got a here we go to Liverpool, and Bremo. Also, he has signed his 5-year deal at Manchester United as well, plus James Trafford to Manchester City, and I'm sure there's plenty more. So you lot continue to get your questions in. It can be on one of those topics. It may be something else. It might be about the Usyk Dubois fight, which we did a watch along for yesterday. Super impressive performance from Usyk. Obviously, everyone knows. Well, not everyone knows. People who watch me often have known I'm a boxing fan, so maybe it's the discussion on that fight and the heavyweight landscape after that very impressive win as well. So get your questions in. Big up to Saeed for the raid. He's in the chat. Big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid. Big up to everyone who's here. Big up to anyone who's watching this back after. But please make sure you hit the like button on the video. When you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, people. Hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Make sure you share this out across all the socials at Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter/X. Also on Instagram as well. Retweet and like on Twitter/X. Share from the Instagram. It helps so much. Make sure you follow the new Twitter as well at Yes It's Flawless. Follow across all platforms. And just as important, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. And if you're a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat, people. So if you're a member or you are kind enough to super chat, then I will star your question and I'll get to it. So they're the two surefire ways to make sure I get to your questions. But let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Big up to Warrior J each and every time. Kind enough to drop some of the latest news in the chat. Always showing love. Big up to my G Saeed. Make sure you lot subscribe to Saeed TV. Please make sure you do that as well. Big up to Jamie Yeason. Big up to Kyle as well. Let's see who else is in there. Sham, big up to you also. Big up to Sham. Bayesian Pops, big up. I'll be live Bayesian Reds with Bayesian Pops, Bayesian Reds TV, Manchester United Barbados, Manchester United Liverpool Barbados edition pod. Straight after this as well. Big up King in the cut. Fats is here in the building with his fancy setup. What are you saying, Fats?
Oh yeah, all good.
Bless you. Why you always look like you up to something? Yo, this guy just look guilty.
No. I was just replying to someone's message.
Oh, see and do your thing. Tell her I said hello as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the girl is you're messaging, tell her I said hello.
She was asking me about the hotel at Stamford Bridge and also the Usyk fight.
Yeah, that's all well and good. Tell her to subscribe. Say my good brethren Flawless has a podcast, a channel I'm on often, and you please hit the like button and subscribe to hit subscribe and hit the like button on all the videos, and you can even watch on mute. It all helps. Thank you very much. There we go. Let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. But yes, before have I started any? Yeah, there's nothing to even start in regards to questions. Big up to Mala, I call you. I don't want to butcher your name as well, but I start with one part of the title. Marcus Rashford to Barcelona, 30 million euro buy option. And this was something I said yesterday when the news broke. I wanted to know what the buy option was. And I am very pleased that the buy option is low. I didn't want the buy option to be 40 million, 45 million, 50 million pounds, as I don't think that Barcelona take that deal even if Rashford performs well. I think he'll perform well over there. I think the league suits him. I think the way Barcelona play on the flick will also suit him as well, and they'll score goals. But the fact it's 30 million euros, which I believe is like 20 million pounds or something? Is it like, there we go. Yeah, wait, 26 million. Yeah, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? 26 million. I'm fully with that. So he'll go there, play well. Not only with the buy option. Not only is it a buy option I also like the fact that Barcelona are paying all of his wages as well. So we've cleared his wages and we've cleared having the Rashford conversation or conundrum for at least another 12 months. And I think that deal will get done next summer. Would I prefer the full sale? Yes. Would I prefer the transfer and just sell him? But like I've been stating, when Manchester United are selling players in this window, we are not negotiating from a position of power. But this is a great deal for us. The great deal is too far. Very good deal, I should say. And it's the second best option. Because if we would have loaned him out no option or obligation to buy, and we were paying 50% of his wages or 60%, I'd be kicking off saying how bad it is. So I think they've done the best they can. Anyone talking about, oh, we should have got money for him. Look how much other wingers are going for. Again, understand Manchester United are not negotiating from a position of power when we are selling players. We are the B side of negotiation. Hence why we had to take this deal with Barcelona. Hence why we had to take the deal with Sancho for loan last summer. So that's what it is with Rashford. But I think Rashford will do well. And 30 million euro buy option, 25 million pounds. I do like that. To Kaya, who says Gyokeres on his way to Manchester United flawless. I'm telling you, what makes you say this? And even on top of this, I don't want Gyokeres. He chose Arsenal. If he prefers to go Arsenal, which I understand, I'm not even hating. I'm just saying he made his preference clear. He's made it crystal clear his preference. So let's say the deal with Arsenal falls through, which I don't think will happen. So please let me know, Kyle, why you think two things: the Arsenal deal will fall through, and secondly, that he'll join Manchester United. But let's say the deal does fall through. I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want him to. I don't want him to be here, not in the slightest. Jamie says Rashford money talks. He's gone for the bag. Yeah, of course, and he's gone for. Where else could you go? I don't think it's just money. That's a great footballing step up. They're the second best team in Europe. If someone might argue they're the best team in Europe, I wouldn't argue them down. PSG and Barcelona, to me, are the two best teams in Europe. They're the two favorites for the Champions League as currently constructed, as everybody is currently constructed right now, 20th of July, 2025, 23:25 UK time, 11:35 p.m. for those that may not know what that is. So yeah, like, why would you not go? It's a step. You're playing in the Champions League. You're playing in a better team under a better manager, and you have much more chance to go and win trophies. Barcelona could clean up. Barcelona could win a treble next season. Why would you not want to be a part of that? Barcelona could win La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. They're favorites for La Liga. They're favorites for the Copa del Rey. I would have them as second favorites for the Champions League. Why would you not want to join that project? You got Yamal there, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Pedri, De Jong, Flick's the manager. It's a great move for him. Props to him. I wish Rashford nothing but the best. I'm saying, I wish him nothing but the best. 100%. Without doubt.
Again, he wants to play that.
He was the last player to pick Arsenal over Manchester United. I don't know, because we rarely go in for the same players.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember outside of Embremo this summer and Gyokeres this summer. Arsenal and Manchester United haven't really competed for players. So yeah, Gyokeres only going to Arsenal because they got Champions League. Cool, Jamie. Like, if you don't want to be here, rightly or wrongly, and I understand his reasoning, Arsenal are a better prospect than Manchester United right now. Go Arsenal. I don't want him at United. If you don't want to be here, cool. Leave. Not even leave. Don't join. No qualms. And I wanted Gyokeres. He was high on my list. But from when the news came out, he wanted Arsenal. Go there. Go on, fam. Go.
From what I know, dealing with Portuguese club, they're always asking for more. Like, if that is a release clause, that means that
there's no release clause. It don't seem there's any release clause.
Like, that's what we had with Benfica. Like, I'll give this as an example. When we had dealings with one of the Portuguese clubs in terms of when we signed Enzo at that time, like 2 years ago, we were just go back and forth. Like, it took us at least for about 4 weeks to kind of sort out that deal, and eventually, like, the deal was really started back in after the World Cup, the final is over. So the deal was going behind the scenes, like, maybe journalists didn't know nothing about at all. So around that time, like, it was literally, they were asking some add-ons, they were asking some money from
dealing with Portuguese teams, like, they want their bread. And to Jamie, he says, I think we would have got him if we would have won the Europa League. That's cool. I don't want any player who's solely at Manchester United just for Champions League. Like, you can get that many other clubs. I want players who genuinely want to be here, like Embremo, who rejected 3 other Champions League clubs to join. Run me players like that who want to be here. And again, no hard feelings whatsoever. I fully understand as to why players would do it, but that's just me. Warrior Jason, Newcastle have advanced in their move for Johan Visa, and that's from an Athletic Quip. Makes sense. I understand why Newcastle were going for you. Do very, very well there at Newcastle. Do very, very well.
Alan Wilson replacement. That's why.
No, you right. I'm saying you right. To Jamie, who says, I think he's going to flop though, as he's been scoring against Portuguese bums. The Premier League is a different league and a different pace. Portuguese is so slow. Nah, I think he'll do fine. Yeah, I don't think you get that amount of goals over there and be a bum. And I think people are way too disrespectful of the Portuguese league as well because it's produced some very, very good talent. So I don't think he'll be a bum. He's also done well in Europe as well. I think Gyokeres will get goals over here and be fine. He don't score that amount over 2 seasons over there. And he also did well when he was in the championship as well. So that's the difference. It's not like he's solely over there. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll flop. Hey, big up Eddie every single time, though. Big up Eddie. What are you saying?
We got Marcus Smart and the Lakers.
Oh, yeah, we need to bring that courtside commentary. Yeah. And I agree. Nephew, Arsenal crate too much for him to not do the minimum. Exactly. They're one of the better teams in the Premier League. They crate enough. Havertz got 12, 13 goals last season, I think. You're telling me Gyokeres won't do more than Havertz? I disagree. You can score goals, but I think it's Arsenal midfield good enough. I think it's too unbalanced, but that's not on him, Jamie. Him flopping and Arsenal's midfield is not in correlation. We know Arsenal's team. Forget Arsenal's midfield. Their manager's not good enough. But I don't think Gyokeres will flop. I don't think we'll look at their season this time next season and look at Arsenal's season and go, Gyokeres didn't do enough. Their manager didn't do enough. And this is on Gyokeres since we're here as the talks continue to stall. Gyokeres maintains his clear position despite links with Manchester United and more clubs. He wants Arsenal. Total priority to Arsenal project since June and no change of plans with agent Hassan. I can't pronounce that surname. On the same page with Gyokeres, and that's from Fabrizio Romano. So yeah. Size is flawless. I don't see Barcelona winning Champions League over Liverpool this season. Hey, man, they ain't going to move to you like PSG moved to you. You better hope you avoid them. Don't get moved to again. Stop disrespecting the Portuguese league. Look at the amount of talent we signed from there. Yeah, I don't hear any disrespect of any league. I think it's very, very lazy narrative when people point to players being bad because of the league they came from. It's like, no, you just went and picked terrible talent. Because there's talent that's came from the Portuguese league, there's talent that's came from the Bundesliga, there's talent that's come from Ligue 1. So you just have to go and pick the correct talent. If you go to the Bundesliga and pick Werner and Havertz, that's on you. Simple as that. You went and picked terribly. Someone made the great point. Who was it? I think it was it Ash on the last podcast? Not even that, talking about Ahmad and Højlund. Ahmad and Højlund came from the same team, from the same league. That's not Serie A's fault or Atalanta's fault. We just made a terrible investment with Højlund and made a very good investment with Amad Diallo. That's what it is. Again, 2 players, same league, same team. Obviously far apart in regards to the years. I think Amad's been here 4 years now, something like that. But that's the point. I think when we signed him, he was around the same age, to be honest. You could see he was a talent. And he's adjusted to the league fine. Even went out alone and done bits elsewhere. What's Northside ranting about? What's Northside ranting about? Shout out to Northside. To Canal, who says, do you think Rashford could be a backup number 9 to Lewandowski? Yeah, absolutely. Because they play with the fluid front three anyway, but I could see him being replacement for Rafinha on the left and Lewandowski as a centre forward. Big up, Shine. What are you saying, man? What's going on? They'll definitely be up there with Salah and Haaland for Golden Boot, but if they win nothing regardless of signing him, Arteta's got to go. Yeah, I agreed. Arteta is their biggest problem. But again, it's back to the point, Jamie, you said Gyokeres will flop. I don't think he'll flop. I think Arteta's their major problem. I've said this. I think Arsenal's team with Gyokeres is good enough talent to win the Premier League. It's good enough with just the Gyokeres addition. The problem is that man in the dugout. The Spanish guy in the dugout is the problem. That's where the issue lies. Oh, the Gyokeres delay. I need to get him on, actually. I've not spoken to him in a minute. I need to chat to him. Yeah, Arsenal will still go. Again, that's a whole different conversation. I agree. You ain't got to sell it on me. Arsenal will still go trophyless. Yes. Same way they'll go trophyless, but Saka will still perform. Same way they'll go trophyless, but Gabriel will still perform. A Timber will still perform because they're players of a certain level, in my opinion. Let's see what else. Arsenal will still go trophyless. Arteta isn't good enough. I want him to have a lifetime. Wait, no, I read that one. Not that one. Where is it? This one from Warrior J. Since Cunha and Bramo is done, how many more signings you think United should do in this window? I've said this, been consistent. 3 more. Minimum 3 more. Striker, central midfielder, goalkeeper. If we get that 5, I go, all right, cool. Very good window. Of course, they have to be of a quality. Don't bring me no nonsense. Don't bring me no Jackson and all this rubbish. Bring me people of quality. Bring me players like Bremo Cunha. Big up to Jez as well. But how many more signings do I? Yeah, you think United should do? Yeah, 3. What are you saying, Jez? You good?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, blessings, fam. Blessings, fam. Every single time. Will you lot continue to run up the likes? I don't even know how many were on. Let me check. Let me double check. 1 second. What is it? See how many likes we're actually on. We are right. I know it ain't enough. Well, we're only at 33 likes, you lot. There's over 250 of you lot in the building, and we're at 33 likes. Run up that damn likes, people. Let's get up to 60 likes. Like check 1, 2. Mods, get everyone hitting the like button as well, man.
What's it called? I think most of the United
subscribe
fans,
button as well. Go on, fam.
I would imagine most of them are United fans, man. So if you hate Amorim, man, like the button, man.
That's it.
Hit the like button, man. So
that's it.
If you don't like it, yeah, man.
Yeah, hit the like button, people. And we're at 15,316 you lot. I need you lot to hit the subscribe button. I need 4 more subscribers, people. I need 4 more subscribers. So get us to 15,320 people. So likes, we're aiming for 60 people. We're at 37. 60 likes, that's the next target. And 4 more subscribers. There's over 250 of you lot in it as well. Let's see. To ITN, who says, forget the ins and outs. Why can't the manager get a tune of any sort of consistency from what he has? Because he's not good. He's a terrible manager. That's why. What's happening with United and Emmy now? Well, we've been linked to this, and I'm glad Jez is here because I'll ask him about him because he might know about him. This goalkeeper from Antwerp. Is his name Semens? Is that his name?
Lemons or something.
Yeah. His name, like him. Like, so, do you know anything about him, just?
I'll be honest, man. I have no clue who that is. Like I heard the name before, but I have no clue who that is.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair enough. So yeah, that's pretty much this seems to be Sen Lamens is his name. I'm just happy we've been linked to a goalkeeper. But do I know anything about him? No, people. So you can ask me if he's good. I know he's Belgian. He's 6'6". That's it. That's all I know.
The latest part about that tweet was that the keyword in that tweet was if. The keyword. So like they don't even know if they want to even sign him because they're not even sure yet if they want to sign a new goalkeeper or not. That's the lowest spot. Did you see what's it called as well? Did you see the Oshman got the here we go to Galatasaray right now? It's just hilarious. It's hilarious because the same tweet says that he can't be sold to an Italian club in the next 2 years. Which I love that.
I love that clause. That's hilarious. That's a hilarious clause.
That's the first time. That's the first time I've
never seen that shit before. Yo, they need to put that in FIFA and Football Manager. Like you can't sell to someone. I would have done that. I hated that. When I was playing Football Manager and I sold one of my better players or a good player abroad, and then in the next 6 months or 12 months, English clubs are trying to buy him back in my league. I would have done that. Hey, 5 years. You can't sell him to a Premier League club. We ain't doing this. Tanubu says, Flawless, why are you hammering out? How long have you got? How long have you been watching me for any length of time, Tanubu? Because I've only got like just an hour, and that will not even be enough time for me to describe why I'm this manager out. Like the list goes on and on. Let's see. Flawless, I know you're worried about the midfield, but I think we will get a midfielder that the coach wants with pace and energy. That comment, I'm still livid. I have never been more fuming comment, not you, Che, from a manager in my entire life. Like, you are deliberately just taking the piss now. And to anyone who watched the Man United yesterday, I had to like bite my tongue and not say exactly what I wanted to say in how I wanted to say it in the manner, because he's taking the piss when he's saying that. Preseason game 1, and you're talking about the midfield lacking pace and energy. You beg the midfielder to stay who lacks pace and energy. You bet more so pace, because that was the key. He said lacks pace. Let me not even misquote him. He said we lack pace all in the team, especially in the middle of the park. You begged a midfielder to stay who we could have sold for 100 million and signed 2 midfielders with that. So you go down this hill and he gonna get you sacked. It's your stupid ass fault. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Why, idiot? Yeah, fucking idiotic news, man. Trying to just annoy, man. That's what it is.
I think the bigger red light is more so that he's saying that in preseason Like when you could have, you've been there how many months now? Like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. How do you say for the first time now that the team lacks pace and energy in the middle? Like this is something that you would recognize within the season, last season.
Yes.
That's why I say I hate always the excuse that manager needs someone that because you should be able to analyze these things and come out say these things already a long time ago.
And Etienne says so until this bum hammer is out, we just sailing in the wind, basically, right? Yeah, I've been saying this. Bring in talent because the talent is gonna take us to as good as we are is solely based on the individual players that are playing out there. Because I've said this on Saeed's show just before. I say this now. Everyone talking about a striker is not a main priority. It's forgetting who is in charge. Currently, right now, Højlund is our number 9. Currently, right now, as constructed, Højlund is our number 9. Like, people can tell me Xerxes better. Agree, fully. Whoever else is better, cool. Maybe you play Cunha there or you play Bremo there and you play a Maino in the 10 or Ahmad in the 10. I hear all of that. I deal with Manchester United as what we are, not what I want us to be. Højlund is currently our number 9. So, yes, getting a striker is super important. Not more important than a midfielder or a goalkeeper, not less. Equal.
Equally.
You know what I'm saying?
I think for right now, like if you want to look for for a short term, like let's say because this season, because you guys want to go back to that Champions League or any European places, I think Jackson could be that type of striker that you guys need. Like all jokes aside, he's
all right. Yeah, all right, okay. This is okay. We're not doing this, man. We're doing this. And trying to sell me Jackson. This guy trying to sell me Jackson.
He's good enough to actually carry them there.
Stop it. If he was that good, you lot keep him. Flawless, we saw what we can do with his own players at Sporting. We did. Let me ask you, Tanubu. Has he done well currently at Manchester United, in your opinion? Did he fall under? This is a question I want to ask. Did he fall under your expectations from when he joined up until the end of the last game? What was your expectations of him in November when he joined? Let me ask you that. That's my question to you. What did you expect him to do? Where did you expect us to finish?
Nah, bro. United was expected to finish 15, man.
Yeah,
what do you mean, bro? I thought it was gonna be this, bro.
Yeah, everyone now, people try to, it was supposed to be this bad and all. No, it wasn't. That was not in the MO. Nobody said that nowhere. There's no live streams. There's no videos recorded. There's no tweets. There's no Instagram posts. There's no TikToks of Manchester United fans talking like this. But now all of a sudden, because it happened, but because it happened this past season, now all of a sudden it's okay. And the players are dreadful. 100%. Players are dreadful. We can't get top talent, bro. I finish in the league, no Europe money. We're scraping at the moment. I disagree with not being unable to get top talent. I think Cunha and Bremo are both top talents. They start for most of the teams in the Premier League, like the large majority.
I think it depends on his definition. It depends on his definition of top talent, though. Like if you talk
through that,
because I view those two as top talent as well, but he doesn't view them as top. Maybe he views it as good talent, but top talents are like probably maybe Caicedo, Vert. If he views top talent like that, then it's a context thing.
That's never been our MO. Like, if you've been supporting Manchester United for the longest time, like I keep stating this because people keep getting at this whole, why are you buying from the west of the Premier League and and all this? That's been Manchester United's the vast majority of our most successful players and legends and all this stuff from the 90s all the way up until now came from within the Premier League. Wherever your top 5 players are, 3 of them probably came from within the Premier League. If we were to do best 11s, me, ITN, whoever United fans, I'd say at least 8 to 9 of the players. Worst case scenario, 7 of them came from within the Premier League. No club challenged us for Cunha and Bremo. Answer that. Yeah, they did. Arsenal was in for Bremo. Newcastle was in for Bremo, and Spurs were in for Bremo.
It was twice. Newcastle, wasn't it? And
Newcastle.
And Arsenal. I know Newcastle really pushed for him.
Yeah, it was those 3. It was Newcastle, it was Arsenal, it was Spurs.
Hey, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Well, like I don't understand. Again, United fans is bad, but it's not that bad. So when you say no club challenge, Cunha, yes, no, there was no other club there that challenged us for that.
Bro, Spurs. when Thomas Frank went to Tottenham, wasn't it rumours that like they were trying to get Mbeumo to like?
It was twice. That's why I said Spurs twice. Yeah.
We came in for him because we just needed a right winger. That's why we wanted Semenyo first. Then Bournemouth had too much money. Then we went for Mbeumo. Then obviously Mbeumo said he doesn't want to join. He wants only in United. And then we went for Kudus.
Oh yeah, Kudus, yeah.
And big up to Zlatan as well. Says he's the best keeper in terms of shot stopping statistics in Europe. This is United looking at data and determining target. Okay, I didn't know this about him because I know nothing about him. I know zero about him. Yeah. The opposite with Liverpool. Most great Liverpool players came from outside of the Premier League, except who? Fofana. Who's Fofana?
For a couple, I think he's saying, except for a couple. Maybe that's what he's saying.
Oh, you reckon it's a typo and he's not meant to? Yeah, because you
we signed Mane, Van Dijk, who were in the Premier League at Southampton, and they were two of our best players in recent years. One of them's our captain now, so you can get really good players from in the Premier.
Yeah, facts. And to Tanubu says, did Europa Plus change your opinion on Amorim? No, I wanted him gone a long time before.
We got Robertson from relegated Hull as well.
There we go. Those clubs you mentioned are way ahead of us. If they wanted to, they would have pushed. They pushed ITN. You just don't like the fact. So the information's out there. Arsenal tried to sign him. I don't know what else to tell you. Romano spoke about it. Ornstein spoke about it. All all reliable and dependable journalists spoke about it. Arsenal tried to get Mbeumo. Spurs tried to get Mbeumo. Newcastle tried to get Mbeumo. I agree. Those clubs are ahead of us. Mbeumo chose us. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what is the back and forth here. I'm not giving you my opinion on this. This is the fact. This is the reports. Like same way, yeah. So I don't know what you want me to say.
I would have imagined as well that Frank, like obviously, that wasn't reported, but I would imagine that Frank has at least tried to call Mbeumo as well during his off time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
These clubs definitely Newcastle needed a right winger of all the clubs desperately.
Yes,
like I would imagine them trying to push as well.
And they went for him, but it's because he said we can't get top talent. Then when I mentioned top talent, now it's an issue. It's like, again, United fans like to do this, makes things worse than what it is.
Had a load of clubs in for him as well, I think.
I think it was interest, but I think it was distant interest.
But nobody really like in Brown.
No one really.
Weren't Arsenal really interested in him in like?
No, they were interested in January. They were interested in January, but then they changed their interest to somebody else.
I think Newcastle wanted Cunha as well.
Because he had a release clause. So with those ones, it's kind of like us with Ekitike, for example. Like we was interested in Ekitike, but it was distant. We didn't push for Ekitike. Like we pushed for Gyokeres.
Yeah,
United tried to go and approach and get Gyokeres. He chose Arsenal. Cool. We wanted Mbeumo. We got him. So to say we can't get top talent is crazy. And that's what it is. United fans is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't want a back and forth now because you've been proven wrong. That's why you don't want a back and forth, but it's cool. Of course, Amorim needs to go. Who's backing Amorim here? What are we talking about? Of course he needs to go.
No one back in the head, man.
Of course he needs to. You literally just watched Tanubu ask me like 5 minutes ago, why are you Amorim out? Of course he wants to go. He needs to. But these players need to move on with him as well. Without doubt. Not just him. He needs to go, not him first, all together actually. They all together need to go. Him and the bad players. Not one before the other. All as a collective they leave. That's what I wanted. But hey, we move. Big up Zipex as well. You lot, any questions in people in particular, members? We won't close out in like 40 minutes or so. People, Ryan, thoughts on Ekitike? We'll go there.
Yeah, I'm not really gassed about it. Like, you know what it is? Because I've seen him playing, I haven't seen him play loads, but I've seen him play in a few matches, and in the few matches I watched him, I didn't think he was that good. So, but I don't know, maybe just around. I can see there is genuine ability there. He has got good size to his game, I'm guessing his finishing does worry me though. That's one thing I do worry about his finishing. I think he's got other good aspects of his game. I think he'd be a good facilitator in our team. And obviously he'll be around better players as well. Have better players around him. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm convinced, but he's got to be an upgrade on Nunes, isn't it? That's all I'll say. So, yeah. And plus, because we were pushing for Isak as well, it's kind of just a bit underwhelming, isn't it? When you're going from and that's not Ekatike's fault as well. But when you're trying to get Isak and then it's the Ekatike, it's just a bit disappointing sometimes, isn't it? But let's see how he does. I'll be interested to see. But so yeah, just gotta see, I guess.
I think it could fit for you guys because the thing is with Ekatike, we were linked with him about a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
where it was like initially Frankfurt put an 80 million euro value in Ekatike, and then when we approached them in the first place, it was they want 100.
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
Luckily,
unless he's got a clone. Sorry, go on.
Luckily, it's like we don't literally just doing some reckless stuff in the market, go rushing for Ekatike. Like for you guys, it's just that one of those things. Like you're a bit 50-50. I think from the club's perspective is that either you chasing Isak now or you wait for next year.
I think the Isak thing, the thing is with him is that the Liverpool see Isak as a kind of an opportunity that if it was to come around, they have to take it because they rate him that highly, and he's been the dream target for ages, even more than Wirtz. Isak's been Liverpool's dream target for ages. So then it surprised me that if they could only get, thing is, what you have to remember is Nunes is going to go, Diaz is going to go. Obviously, God bless his soul. We all know with the Jota situation, with that as well. So we don't, once Nunes and Diaz goes, we don't have a number 9 at the club apart from Ekatike. We've only got one. Then so that's the thing. And after the comments by Eddie Howe yesterday with the Isak thing, when Eddie Howe was speaking about what happened after the game, it would just surprise me if they could only get one of Isak or Ekatike, and then they chose to close the deal in Ekatike when Eddie Howe said that about Isak after the game. So that's why I do think that if the opportunity still came to sign Isak, I think the club would look to do it. Whether they got it done, it will still be difficult. But I think if they saw an opportunity to do it, they would, because they rate him that highly. So yeah, let's see.
I think the bigger issue is more so that because you talk, because I read Ekatike as an opportunity for this season for them to play together, but also for the long-term replacement, if you ask me. So now that you took them away, yes, I think there's a lot of people, Liverpool fans, who told me or saying that Isak has to start pushing for a move and everything. But I think Newcastle still has the cards. I feel like Newcastle still have the cards in the hands. Like even if he's going to be pissed.
The problem with what makes Isak so difficult to do is that Newcastle hold the cards. They've got him on a 3-year contract, so
exactly.
They,
so this is
they
me.
can
Even, so even
thing is, I think Isak has pushed for it this week. That's my opinion, because if you look at what Eddie Howe said after the game, that just screams to me that he's told Newcastle he wants to join Liverpool with what he said after the game. It was so obvious.
I agree with that.
So
like I said, but the issue is they don't have to sell. That's the thing.
Exactly. So that's why it's very hard to see Isak being done, because this summer anyway. Because like I said, Newcastle hold the cards. He's on a 3-year contract. They've got the Champions League football. The only thing is Newcastle are having a dreadful window. They can't really get any signings done because they either can't afford to buy them, so they can't afford the asking prices, and then they're struggling to give these players the wages they want because they have PSR issues. And it's been said by the journalist that due to PSR issues, they can't offer players, including Isak, wages that can rival the top clubs like Liverpool. Liverpool can offer Isak way more wages. That's the thing than what Newcastle do. So Newcastle are struggling this window. But again, I just think that they hold too many cards on Isak, that I just think even if he pushed for it, which I think he has, I think he's made his desire clear to Newcastle this week that he wants to go. Like I said, I just think it's too tough a deal to do. If he had 2 years left on his deal, then if he had 2 years left on his deal, I'd say that we'd get it done then. But yeah, but 3 years, I think they've got him on a good contract, to be fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for me, I feel like what they should be doing is know that you took Ekatike. We keep, regardless of how Isak feels, we keep him for one more season, even if that means we can't improve the team as much as we would like to. trying to finish in a Europa League UCL spot again next season, even though the team hasn't necessarily improved a lot, and then you sell him next summer because it gives you enough time to look for another striker. Because the reality is that I just think that Atletico will look for the short term, but also for the long term. No, they don't have that long term. They can look for somebody for the short term, but I think
Well,
they
yeah,
also want somebody for the long term.
yeah, exactly. It was seen Newcastle trying to sign Ekatike was seen as a long-term succession plan, probably for Isak to go next summer, and then they've got because they've been chasing Ekatike for a few years now. I think this is like the
Yeah,
third time they tried to sign him. So
yeah, they
Newcastle.
did.
So yeah, but then this I'm hearing they're still trying to go in for strikers. I heard links to was it Colin Muani and was it
I heard,
Yeah,
Sesko as
they
well?
need because they don't have a backup striker either. That's why
Yeah, no,
that's
because
why it
Callum
makes me
Wilson left. Yeah.
and this is what it makes me feel like they can't even afford even this to go because if Issa goes, you need two strikers again.
No, you're spot on. Like the thing is, I could see a world in which Liverpool still bid for Isak this summer, but
Me
again,
too.
I don't
I
think it
agree.
will happen. I don't think they'll sign him, but I can see a world. I can see them bidding for him, like putting
I
in
agree.
an official bid, because last week they've just made club. Thing is, I always knew they would make club to club contact. They test the waters for him because I've known that for a few weeks, and the the morning that we got the update on the day we got the update on Liverpool making contact with Newcastle last week for him, that I think the night before, I got a message from someone who I know has like he knows people in it saying that news will come out of a verbal offer Liverpool made, and it did come out the next day. That they said to him 120, I think it was 120 mil. Ornstein or Fabrizio said. So
Mm.
I can still see a world in which Liverpool bid for him this summer, but again, it's too hard a deal to do. I think they'll sign Rodrygo. I'll say that. I think Liverpool will sign Rodrygo this summer.
You think
I
they get
think
the deal done?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they'll. I think that's just my opinion. I might be wrong. I think Liverpool will sign Rodrygo this summer. Yeah.
Go on. What makes you say that? You reckon you get the deal done?
Because I know for a fact Liverpool, he's Liverpool's number one target if Diaz leaves, which Diaz is going to leave in the next week or
Yeah.
two. I think that's quite certain. He's going to go Bayern Munich now. Um, and then I look at it and I think Rodrigo will leave Madrid. I think his first choice is to stay there, but he's been pushed kind of. He just doesn't seem to be in Alonso's plans really. You saw that in Club World. I think he will leave the club. Um, I think he's having talks with them very soon. Actually, it might even be this week. In the next few days, he's having talks with Madrid. And I just look at it and I see Arsenal were obviously the main ones linked with Rodrigo, but they seem to have moved on to like Eze, and I think Xavi Simmons as well was another name I heard.
Jeffrey Simmons got linked to
Yeah,
them and
I don't.
Chelsea.
I think there's Arsenal journalists have said they can't really afford Rodrigo, especially if they get an Eze or. So I don't think Arsenal and the Arsenal Rodrigo links have kind of died down a lot recently. So I don't think Arsenal will go in for him. I think Bayern Munich were another team linked with him, but they're trying to sign Diaz, so they're essentially
Yeah.
giving us the Rodrigo money essentially.
What?
So
That's
You know what it
and
is?
then I
I think
think
the thing.
PSG were another team, but they got Kvaratskhelia and Barcola, so I don't think he goes PSG. So it just looks like I feel like we might have a weird kind of like clear run for him in a way. So yeah, I do think I have a feeling we'll sign Rodrigo this summer. Again, he has to decide to leave Madrid, which I actually think he will. So, but yeah, I can see us signing Rodrigo this summer. Yeah. And I'm not
I
even
think
like thing is I'm not even saying that I'm getting I'd be very happy with that because he is definitely an upgrade on Luis Diaz. Even though Luis Diaz has had a very good season for us, he's an upgrade on him. But like Rodrigo isn't a player that gasses me. I've never really been moved by him, even though I know he's a good player. He's just never really moved me like that. Do you know what I mean? That I guess that's just a preference thing, I guess. But I would
I'm
be
not,
very happy with him. So yeah, let's see what happens.
no, it's funny because we had that conversation I think this week midway on Thursday anyway, when I joined Flows on the solo Q&A with Eddie, and I talked about how the
yeah.
biggest issue with him is that the reason why most people, including myself, don't feel the same ratings as other people have with him is the fact that he never been in this put in the situation, and I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that. But the reality is just that he never been put in a situation where you were looked at as like a head honcho, where somebody where we actually depend on you being like in the NBA, like you like the first option, the best player on the team, or the second option, the second best player on the team to help the team carry. He's always looked at as like six man. I come off the bench. Well, obviously he starts, but in basketball terms,
Yeah.
I'm coming off the bench and be the best player from the bench perspective. Like the fourth, fifth wheel of the team. And I feel like this is the thing with Rodrygo. So the idea with Rodrygo going to Liverpool is because everybody thinks that his best position is left wing, but also because they realize his full potential. And I think in a situation where Liverpool find himself in with the attack and even the midfield and defense that he's surrounded in, it would be the best platform to say you're not going into a struggling team. So all you have to do is really realize your potential and show the whole world how good you can be. So there's definitely the question mark where I have to. Other people disagree with me. I have the question mark about him as well in terms of can you really reach that level? And I have the question mark about his. I have question marks about his personality in terms of how much does he have the hunger to do so. But like I said, we don't know these things until he actually moves to a football club and then shows it on the football pitch.
The thing is with I completely agree with you.
Regardless, though.
I completely agree. I think if Rodrygo joined Liverpool, there'd kind of be no excuses for him not doing well because he'd be playing on his in his favourite position on the left, which is of course where he wants to play. He'd be obviously a regular starter. He'd be joining, the Premier League champions. So you're joining a team that can instantly compete and win trophies. You'd be surrounded by really good players in the whole team and the attack. So Salah and Wirtz you'd be up there with as well. So you got good players around you. So yeah, I don't really think there's many excuses for him if he was to join Liverpool. I also think the Rodrygo signing would make me feel a lot better about Ekitike, just because I think there'd be a lot less pressure in Ekitike then, because even though Ekitike will start games as the 9, he's surrounded by Rodrygo, Wirtz and Salah in the attack. So actually that would take for me a lot of kind of weight off his and pressure off his shoulders, knowing that you've got those three to kind of like, you could say at the start be the main men whilst he's maybe settling in because he's still, he's still young kind of and stuff as well, and he's not as polished and well-rounded as those guys. So I think if signing Rodrygo would definitely help Ekitike. But I wanted to ask you guys something like Flawless, like what did you think of Eddie Howe's comments on Isak yesterday? Because
I'll get to him now. And chat, I'm gonna get to Cern as well. I'm gonna get to you lot in the chat because I see you lot talking in the chat as well. Oh shit, did I forget to star him? 1 second. I seen him here. What he said, I think, was if it's the same comments I'm thinking of, fair as it is. So this is Eddie Howe and Isak not playing. It was my decision. I decided to send him home due to the speculation around him. The last thing he wanted is to be sat in the stand and watching. This wasn't fair to him, but I'm confident it'll be a Newcastle player come the end of the window. I think that's fair.
The thing is, I don't really get why. For me, I just found it weird because I feel like they could have covered it up so easily. I don't think Eddie Howe needed to come out and say that because
people gonna keep. Do you know what's crazy? Because someone asked me why I keep mentioning something. Because people are gonna keep asking. Eliminate it. That's why.
But eliminate it by
you eliminate
fuel on the fire.
Nah, you eliminate in regards to the fire's gonna burn because it's Isak and it's Liverpool, etc. I'm talking about them. If he would have stayed, all of the conversations, let's say he would have stayed or left and Eddie Howe said nothing, all of the questions, all of the speculation he's going to get during their preseason talk, because I'm guessing that's where they're at, is going to be about Isak. Now there's no questions. He's made it, well, he said send him home. So yeah, so he's made it perfectly clear what it is. I expect him to still be a player. The reason I've sent him home is because of this, and this. Now that no journalist can now ask him anything else. He's made it clear. This is the smart thing to do. He's not cleaned up the mess because it's not a mess, but you've cleared up the speculation because people are going to continue asking about it.
Because we all know Isak's had his injury issues. Don't you think they could have said, oh, he wasn't fit enough to play?
We would have knew he was lying. I would have been like that.
Really? Because we all know Isak's had his injury.
Would have been like that. He's lying. All of a sudden, what's the injury? I was like,
I
would have been like, he has had injuries, but he would have been. I would have said instantly he wasn't injured. I wouldn't believe.
I think he was injured towards the end of the season.
I'm just telling you, I would not have believed it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people will like people. No. I think a lot of people will have made the speculation now. Even probably lying. Like with what he's with what he said right now. Kind of make it the point and clear, like can't necessarily really argue against it and ask a follow-up question after that anymore. So I do agree with what Flo says there. Like you can't argue with what he said.
Like, he's cleared up everything in one statement. And to Anas, this is a prime example. Is what to get because there's a couple of things that are in the comment section that are crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you always talking about sacking managers? Most of these players need to get out of the club. This is to Anas because people keep asking me. That's why. The reason why I mentioned the manager being sacked is because Tenubu literally said, "Why are you hammering out?" Other people have asked me, well, I get asked this question, if not every day, every other day. So what am I supposed to do? Just ignore you lot. If you lot want me to ignore you lot in the chat and just chat to my panelists or myself when it's a solo thing, I'll do that. So that's why I'm talking about sacking managers, is because you lot keep asking. If you don't like the answer, that's on you. And in regards to most of these players need to get out of the club, where have I said that the players are good enough? Please let me know, Anas. Please let me know that. And to Tanubu says, Flawless was stuck in an endless cycle of sacking managers. So when will it end? And also Amorim is Ineos's guy, so it'll be a bad look. I'll get to the second part first. And so when you said Amorim is Ineos's guy, so it'll be a bad look, Ineos already looked terrible anyway. You know why Ineos look terrible? Because they're terrible at their job. That's why there's criticism of them. That's why people are doubting them. They've been shit from the start. They was always going to be shit, and they're going to continue to be shit. Doesn't mean they can't do good things in the window like they've done. But in regards to overall, they're not a good ownership, in my opinion. And you said stuck in the endless cycle of sacking managers. So when will it end? When you get the right manager. Same way when you dating whoever you're, same way, male or female, and you're looking for a partner. When do you stop dating? When you find the correct partner, and then find a wife and get married and have kids potentially, etc., etc. So when will it end? When we get to the right manager. What do you think we did between Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson? During that period of time when United were worse than they are now, what did we do in that period? How did Liverpool get to Klopp? How did Manchester City get to Pep? How did Chelsea get to Mourinho? How did Chelsea then get to Ancelotti? How did Barcelona get to Hansi Flick? How did Real Madrid get to Ancelotti? How did Real Madrid get to Zidane? Whoever you think the top 3 best managers are right now, how did they get to the job they are in? And all the successful teams, let's say in the past 30 years, we'll go 20 years. So all the most successful 25 years. So all the most successful teams from the year 2000. How do you think those teams became successful? Sacking managers until you get the right one. So when does the cycle stop? When you get to the right one. This is why. How long's Pep been at City?
Damn, close to a decade now.
Okay. And would you say, Jez, I'll ask you this, it's fair to say that Pep's been very successful at Manchester City?
I think so. Not him because oh, he's been very successful.
He's been very so there's no need for them to sack him, is there? Because he's been very successful.
Wait, Flores, can I address someone in the comments for a second?
Yeah, of course. Before you go, the last one. Yo, hold that thought. The IDK who says we can't blame Amorim for 24% win rate in the league and statistically being the worst manager in Premier history. No, we can't, IDK. Simply, we can't blame him because he came in mid-season and wasn't back, so he's blameless. Sorry, go on.
It's what Cobby M said at 12:03. He said, Ryan, stop creating Huh?
1 second, I'm going to pull it up now. Ryan, stop creating transfer lies about Rodrygo like Arsenal fans did. Rodrygo is going to Bayern Munich. If he decides to leave Madrid, Bayern Munich will prefer to sign Rodrygo, who's younger than Diaz. All I'd say is, before you go, just 1 sec. Ryan didn't create no lies. He just gave his opinion. He said, I think that Liverpool will sign Rodrygo. He didn't say it will happen. He gave his opinion. Let's not do that. Sorry, go on, Ryan.
So, considering Fabrizio Romano, pretty much every German journalist, I think Ornstein said, Bayern Munich are about to make another bid for Diaz. He's their number one winger target. So, is Fabrizio lying? Fabrizio Romano, is he lying? He literally said Bayern are about to make a second bid for Diaz.
That's not like the whole creating transfer lies. Like Ryan said, this is happening. No, he said, I think this will happen.
It's like do you guys have Twitter or like Instagram and shit? It's literally there. Like it's literally says it there. Yeah. Like Bayern fans are literally questioning even their own football. Like, I know Bayern fans in person who
just German, by the way, for people that don't know.
So I'm German as well, and they are like, yo, why are we signing him? So like I know they're after Diaz. I don't think they should. I even thought Bayern should have gone after Rashford, to be honest, before they go for Diaz. If you ask me. Fair. But yeah, but like they want Diaz, and it's clear and obvious, and it doesn't surprise me. Like anyone who's confused about why Bayern why they're going for somebody like Diaz, partly I think it's because they know Diaz is not going to come in with a crazy wage. Like they need to figure out that they need to the whole point of even some of the wingers leaving is because they want to fix up their financial struggles. but are also willing to pay Diaz enough that Diaz is happy as well. Because I think at Liverpool he makes barely any money, so even double his wages is going to be something that Diaz would take at I think at a club like Bayern. But Rodrygo would even ask for even more wages, so that's why they're not going for somebody like a Rodrygo. But even then, like I said, Bayern are 100% going in for Diaz, and they're going to put another bid in. Just watch next week. There's going to be a bid coming in again.
Yeah. They've already had one bid rejected, so and they're about to put in a second one. So, yeah, that's who they want. So let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, I see you lot in the chat. Continue to run up the likes. Continue to hit the subscribe button as well. And to IDK who says Amorim is not Ineos's guy. Ashworth and Wilcox never wanted him. It was Berardo. Whoever it was, they all doing terrible. Sam said these players need to leave. Agreed. That's why I don't like people saying, why are you talking about the manager? Players are terrible. Why are you talking about the players? The manager's terrible. They're all dreadful. How about that? But they all need to be held accountable, and none of them deserve any defense. But hey,
maybe
people
maybe you should do it, and you under the description you should do it. Yes, I want the manager and the players all gone, and maybe then people will realize.
Maybe I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna change the follow soccer. Yes, I want the players and I want the manager and the players all gone.
Yeah,
people
exactly.
do
so
that.
you don't have questions. So you don't have to answer the question every Q&A. Like it feels like that.
It's because I think you get new people here who don't know, and then they bring what they've heard from others or what they've heard from fan base, and then bring that to me when they hear me crashing on it. Like the fact that man said to me, "Why are you talking about sacking managers?" Because somebody asked me. That's why.
Especially now,
that's why
do it as a pin tweet so they can't miss it though. as a pinned message that yes, I want the manager and the players go.
Which I've made clear. Oh, you know what? Do the sensible thing and the adult thing, and not assume and ask me.
I know.
Do that.
You expecting everybody to assume.
It's like people just assume. Like if I'm confused about something, I ask. I won't just assume. Like, but hey, we move. I ain't defending none of these players or not this manager. All dreadful. All need to leave. What happened? No. And back to it as well. Cause I forgot because you mentioned about actually Amorim won't be sacked, so he's gonna be here. So you got your wish, Tanubu. To anyone who wants the manager's not going anywhere. He's gonna be here at the start of the season. He ain't make it up till the year 2026, but the manager's gonna be here at the start of the season. So you got your wish.
Christmas he goes.
Yeah, if he makes it to, I'd be super surprised. If we open in Christmas presents and he's still here, I'd be shocked. I will be extremely shocked. I wouldn't put my hair on it because my hair don't grow like that, so I can't afford to shave it off. But it's that type that I don't see it.
How do you feel? Yeah. Okay, let's say he's like 11th, 10th.
Yeah.
And what's it called? He's still here. How do you feel? Because let's be honest, like 10th is an improvement.
And you know what's the crazy part is I can see people saying, look, we've improved, even if the results are slightly better because we're 10th, but the performances are just the same. Well, we're 10th and and all this. Again, like I said, if it's Christmas, if he makes it past mid-November, let me pull up our fixtures, I'll be supremely shocked. I think Ten Hag was like the 7th or 8th of November. So if he makes it, let me see. I'm trying to see here. Because we play Spurs the 8th of November. Then there's the break. And then we play Everton at home on the 22nd, Palace away. And then December is the first game in December is West Ham at home. But I'm looking here like the international break because we play United Sunderland 4th of October at home. There's the break. Then it's Liverpool away on the 18th. Brighton at home on the 25th. Nottingham Forest away on the 1st. Spurs away on the 8th. We've got his number as well. Yeah, if he's still in charge by the Everton game, I'll be surprised, which is the 22nd of November. I'll be surprised. That's the gauntlet, not even the start of the season. Liverpool away, Brighton at home, we always pack us. Forest away. And we don't know exactly what Forest are going to look like, but Forest still give us a game. Spurs away, who have beat us 4 times in a row. And that before that, let me even exclude that. We got Brentford away before that, Chelsea at home before that, City away before that, Fulham away on the second day, and Arsenal at home. Oh yeah, the curtain's well and truly on the wall, man. If he's still in charge at home to Everton, I'll be surprised, Joe.
I think somebody told me. Somebody told me that we haven't lost to United in like 3 years now.
Yeah, we don't beat you lot. Last time we beat you, I think, was El Sakiko.
Yeah, and I think what's it called? Yeah, and then I think our manager got sacked, and then I think we drew doing AFCON, we drew like 2-2 where we had like what's it called? Jesus Christ, we had a bad team as well, and we drew that game in OT. just so you knew, Italian will stand, man. But despite the point, bro, see, this is what I'm saying. I believe that for the Europa League, you said you give you the Europa League final, and we're gonna make sure Tenak is gonna, not Tenak, Amorim's gonna after the Spurs game, bro. We're making sure.
If he's still here looking at this, because our start is dreadful. If he's still here after that, that's the second international. So the second international break in the back end of November, because the 8th of November Spurs away, then it's a break in 20. If he's still in charge of that, I'd be supremely shocked, man. That gauntlet, like, look at our games. Right, let me go through this. Hold on, whoa. Arsenal at home, Fulham away, Burnley at home, City away, Chelsea at home, Brentford away, Sunderland at home, Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Forest away. So that's our first 10. Then Spurs away is the 11th. Yeah, this man might not even, I didn't realize it was like this, yo. I didn't realize it was like this, yo. Like I'm looking at this and I go, obviously this is dependent on how we gonna look, but take out Burnley at home and Sunderland at home. There's no games there hand on heart. I say we win. We could be 2-10. We could be like word to Eddie, tour dates. We could be 2.5. We could win 2 games out of our first 10 people. They're the only 2 games I look at right now and say confidently we win.
Yeah.
We could beat 2-10. And Burnley are going to be up for that game as well. Don't get that misunderstood. Obviously, I don't know what they're going to look like. But Arsenal at home is not a gimme. Fulham away will be tough. City away, we already know. Chelsea are going to give us a game. Brentford away, despite if Vieira and Bremo and Thomas Frank not got there. We don't know what they look like, so that's a question mark. Liverpool away, what's understood ain't got to be spoken about. Brighton continuously pack us up. Forest away. Like, that's going to be tough. Spurs, we don't like. He legit could be 2-10. There's no guarantee he beats both the promoted clubs at home. We could be 1-10. We could be like 1 win, like five losses and like 4 draws.
That was the only thing he was good at, man. Like beating the relegated team. So I do think he gets like at least those 2. I think he gets the Brentford win as well, man. But other than that, it's looking peak, man. I can't even lie. Man.
We could legit be 2-3-10. Let's give him the Brentford win. We could be 3-10.
That's what I'm saying. That's terrible. That's like 9 points out of available 30.
And let's add in a couple draws. Let's say we get 3-4 draws.
Yeah.
It's like 12. Let's say it's 12 points from a possible 30. And the performances are just as bad, and the defeats are bad as well. Not in terms of results, but how we got played off the park.
Yeah, and I think especially with the feedback that I saw from a lot of United fans after the first preseason match, that United apparently still struggle from the first phase of play. Well, everybody knows how to beat United.
Flawless, I don't see him sacking next season unless if you're 17. But we could be 17th. Sorry. If we go 2-10, 3-10, which is very, very possible, we could be 17.
Yeah, that's 9 points out of 30.
If you got 9 points out of 30, that's relegation 4.
Yeah, that is 100%.
9 points out of 30. That's crazy.
We could be like legit. We could be 9-30.
One win in 16.
That's mad. That is crazy.
We could be 3-10. We could be 2-10.
Well, obviously, by the way, this is us just calculating home. Like, we obviously don't know where games the draw, but then you, out of assumption, be expecting that they win Brentford, Burnley, and who's the other team?
Burnley, Sunderland, and Brentford were the 3 we looked at.
It's like the 3 games that we say they get 9 points, and then
that's just I even confident about Brentford away.
I'm assuming these are 9 points, and then out of 10 games, this 30 points. Do you know how crazy that sounds? 9 points out of 30.
So I said 2. I said 2-10.
Exactly, that's 6 points out of 30, bro. He's gone.
You've got a good record against Arsenal at Old Trafford, haven't you?
That's got draw written all over it.
We speak.
Okay, then, Ryan. Argument's sake, give us that. I'll give us that. Let's say this debate. Sorry, or this conversation, I should say. Arsenal win, cool. All right, we 9 then. We 9 out of 30, or 12 out of 30.
That's not good.
We're 12 out of 30. That's 14, 15, depending on how everyone else gets it.
Yeah, exactly. This means we don't know. And if the other teams do good between like 10 to 12, 13, bro, they're back to like 15.
I'm just saying, could we beat Arsenal? Yes, but I'm saying, people, I'm not hand on heart confidently saying window's still open. It's dependent on that. But Yeah, it's peak. All right, but people keep backing his manager, man.
I can't just wait for more of Tox's tweets on Twitter when about Amorim. It's like Eric never had us in this position and stuff.
Yeah, got people saying it, and he's right. When Tox is saying that, he's right. Me and him spoke on Amorim privately, like he's right.
Like he hates him.
Yeah, understandable. I can't stand him.
It's definitely understandable.
I can't stand them comments.
Can I ask Jez a question, actually, by the way?
Before you do, hey Sam, are you Amorim in or Amorim out? Where do you stand on the manager? Actually, let me ask you that. Sorry, go on. Ask Jez a question on Spurs. Yours.
Yeah. What's the latest on the Gibbs White thing? I haven't really heard much about it recently.
We're still waiting. Like I think today, today's obviously Monday in case you and the UK people. Today I think Nottingham Forest go on their preseason tour, and obviously people are outraged because he's included in the preseason tour. Of course, because he's still Nottingham Forest player. Like you can't do anything about that. So we just literally waiting for the verdict of what the appeal was. You know, like if he win the appeal, he leaves the preseason tour and comes to us, and if not, because the thing is, Tottenham hasn't pulled out from the thing that if they pull out of this whole thing, this thing is over and he stays at Tottenham. But because they haven't pulled out, people just have to be patient and wait. Like nobody knows. Like, all these ITKs trying to say he's going to be a Tottenham player, I don't believe it. I'm 50-50 right now.
I actually hope you get him though, because I can't stand Nottingham Forest. I can't stand
them. After this, I can't stand them too.
I can't stand their owner as well. Genuinely, I actually, literally, I can't stand Nottingham Forest anyway.
Oh, I just can't stand. I can't even stand.
I think you know what? I think Nottingham
Forest. Oh, even the fans, bro. I said it already on Friday, bro. 1 7th place season got you giddy like crazy. 7th for Tottenham is underachieving for some fans of us. 7th is underachieving for some fans.
Yeah.
It's not like our squad is amazing either. So just remember. Anyways.
And the Samson says, LOL, it's clear you want to.
He asked you the question though.
Amorim sacked. Yes, because I've said it. I'd be any more clear. That's not what I asked. He needs to be back by the ball. I didn't ask you that. I say, are you Amorim in or Amorim out right now? Samson. I break it down even clearer. You are the decision maker. You could sack him today. Would you or wouldn't you?
Well,
that's what I'm asking.
We're back to Wednesday morning, man.
Yeah, simple questions, you know. Simple questions. ABC 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. There you go. I wouldn't sack him, but I'm not happy with how he treated the players who he wanted to leave because he done it publicly and left us not in a good position in the selling market. Right. So you wouldn't sack him. Cool. We got that. Fair enough. All right. Cool. Well, yes, it's very clear I wouldn't sack because I've said as much. Go on.
You know what? That Mbuemo deal that they could have wrapped it up weeks ago, and the fact that it took them ages as well, like, just show how incompetent that Ineos are at the moment. Well, will it be improved in terms of on how they're going to attack the market? I'm not sure, but again, like, you're going to have to do a lot of offloads as well, and not a lot of time before the season starts.
Yeah, Pez, I hear you. Yeah, we got there and sometime. We got there second time round, but I hear you. So you backing up? You think we should keep the manager? Fair. So you said he should win 5 out. You said he needs to win at least 5 out of his first 10. So let me ask you: do you think he wins 5 out of his first 10? That's my question to you. Does he win 5? And if he doesn't, if the answer to that is no, what should he be sacked? It was a 2-part question. Obviously, if the answer to it is yes, then it makes the second question redundant. But if the answer is no, he doesn't, should he be sacked? So yeah, that's my question to you. Hey, Mike, I hear you, man. I hear you on it about backing managers who are clearly not good enough. All the evidence is staring people in the face. Before you end, Jez, what's your thoughts on Luka? Is it Vucevic? Spurs?
Vucevic.
Yeah, we signed him like a lot of people don't actually know him. Like we signed him actually 2 years ago from Hajduk Split in Croatia when he was 16, but just couldn't join us because he wasn't 18 at the time. And we sent him out on 2 loan spurs, one in Poland, yet last season Belgium. I think it's a really exciting centre-back prospect. Extremely technical, crazy ball carrier, shit, even a good striker. Like he's kind of like Guardiola when I watched him at Leipzig. He's just not as quick as him. So it's like he can't go and play left back or right back, anything like that. But He's comfortable on the ball, ball-footed, a good defender, extreme. I think he's already one of the best players in the league aerially right now. Like, now it's just a really good talent. Obviously, we don't know yet if he goes out on loan because he's been getting linked to Hamburg, where his brother, who's a centre back as well, plays there as well, which is hilarious. But now I'm very intrigued because it's important for Spurs not only to have some experience in this team, but also young players that can help out with our homegrown quota when it comes to like European competition, because we suck at it properly. That's why we even struggle with signings for this summer and can only make limited signings. So now I'm very excited. Wherever he stays this season or he goes on another loan to develop, I think he can have a part. I personally think he can have a part this season with this team, but who knows? We have to wait.
That's I need to dip, but big up you, man.
Hey, blessings, man.
Big up,
every
big
time.
Man.
Every time. To Sam who says, yeah, what was it? Yeah to what? Like, is it yeah to we win 5 out of 10? Or yeah to if he doesn't win 5 out of 10, he should be sacked? Can you clear that up for me, please? Big up nephew says, yo, what do you think next for Usyk? Me personally, Parker. I was literally, as you seen the question, I was like, let me Google like the heavyweight rankings. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's, unless someone else like goes on a run and wins a couple bouts in impressive fashion, it can literally only be Parker. Like that's it. He's beat Dubois twice. He's beat Anthony Joshua twice. He's beat Fury twice. Maybe you face Parker, wait for Fury and AJ to fight, and then you fight the winner of that and then call it. But other than that, like that's it. I'm looking there, yeah, because Joseph Parker, he's the currently WBO. He's the interim. So
apparently there was news about they're fighting Fury in Wembley again in April.
Yeah, well, Fury said that, but I knew that was nonsense because no one announced it by him. He just put that out there and people ran with it. So there was no conversation. There was no promoter said, and there was no TV station said it or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Now, Sam. So yeah, I'll ask it one at a time. Sam, do you think Manchester United win 5 out of their first 10 Premier League games? I'll ask one. I know I asked a 2-part question, so I'll ask the question. Hey, blessings, facts. So I'll ask you again, Sam. Do Manchester United win 5 out of the first 10 Premier League games, in your opinion? And you can add to that, you can add in any signings they think we make. No, not can. I'm asking for your prediction. Do you predict us to win 5 out of 10? That's what I'm asking. Same way if I ask Jez now, hey, what's your top 4 prediction? He's gonna run me his top 4 prediction. Or if I say, hey, who's your top 4 for the Champions League? He's gonna give me his top 4 for the Champions League. Who's the top 5 wingers, left wingers in Europe? He's gonna give me it. All right, it's these 5. So prediction, Sam, I'm asking for. What 5 games do you think we win 5 games? Do you predict us to win 5? Because we do predictions before each and every game. Once the season starts, for those that are new here, we run the Q&As, we run all the other shows. And I myself, my panelists, and everyone else will give their predictions on the game. In particular on Q&A. We'll run through the entire Premier League weekend's games. And I'll say, just Fulham are playing Brighton.
Sorry,
Leeds are playing, for example. I was just pointing out an example. Okay, with the squad now, no, with what you think will happen, Sam. So what you predict we'll do in the window. So it's your prediction of what we do in the window, and also, yes, how the squad will look in your opinion. So if you believe we get a goalkeeper and a striker, add that. If you think we get 1, add that. If you think we get 0, that's what it is. I think Fury AJ fight just because the Dubois slept AJ. The reason why I think it happens, nephew, because it's still the biggest money fight. That's why. That's why I think it happens. I don't think they walk away from all that money. And if the first one is competitive enough and close enough, I think the rematch is equal. That's the one everyone's waiting for. Like, you literally asked me, like, what's next for Usyk? Like, Usyk's been so good and ran through the competition that there's kind of like no one left for him to fight, where we're still going to watch Usyk fight because Usyk's of a quality, but there's no one legit there. Yeah, AJ, yeah, man, if I'm Anthony Joshua, I go fight Jake Paul. Go get big bread and dust him up quick. I'd do that if I'm him. Of course. You know what I'm saying? That's like someone who don't content create challenging me about to do something in the content creator space. So, all right, cool. Bet. Like 110%. That's not what I asked. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, we're not. Because you said with the current squad, we ain't winning no 5 games out of 10. Let's just keep it with the current squad because we don't know about mid. I'm asking you, do you think we sign a midfielder, a striker, and a goalkeeper? What's your opinion on it? Because you're opinionated about other things, so I'm asking your opinion on this. Do Manchester United sign a goalkeeper, a midfielder, and a striker? Do we get 2 out of 3? Do we get 1 out of 3? Do we get 0 out of 3? Forget the current squad. I'm asking you specifically, who do you think what positions do we sign for? Jake Paul versus AJ, what do you think? Great fight for all involved. AJ gets paid a lot of money. Jake Paul gets paid a lot of money. It brings eyes to the sport. Does great pay-per-view numbers. Will be great conversation beforehand. Will be entertaining. I'm for it. Make it happen. I'd watch. I even normally a fan of the crossovers, but I'll watch. Why not? You know Jake Paul gonna get stopped in emphatic fashion, so I'm with it. Make it happen. 110% make it happen. Yeah, like this money. Let's see. And that's a lot of people don't like. I don't mind Jake Paul. A lot of people don't like him, so they're gonna watch the scene get slept. And then on the flip side, you got people who don't like Anthony Joshua, who will pay to see him lose or struggle. Big up PFC TV, man, every single time. Large up to you. Big up. Every single time. When you lot continue to run up the likes, we're at 65 people. Yo, 5 more. Girls to 70 likes, man. Girls to 70 likes. Let me check the subscriber toll as well. Let me see. Right, we're 3 short of 15,320. There's still over 200 of you lot in the building. Only asking for 3 more subscribers. That is it. I'm asking literally for 3 more subscribers. I'm asking for 3 more likes, 3 more subscribers. That is it, people. He has to 70 likes and get us up to 15,320. You watch Hamza Shiraz or not? No, I've not watched him. I've heard good things about him. Because that's the guy he just beat. Did he just beat Belanga? He just beat Belanga, right? I actually need to check the highlights. If that's the guy you're talking about. It could be something else. Big up Sham as well. Big up Sham. Flawless, what do you make of this Belgian goalkeeper? I ain't gonna lie. I know nothing about him, PFC. I know nothing about it.
Probably just more weird because, like, I feel like if he had this type of rating, I would have seen at least like things about what's it called? I would have seen at least like call ups for him to the Belgian team, even if it's on the bench. And like, I legit have heard nothing of him. Like, even you know me, I play Football Manager. I haven't even seen him on Football Manager. So he must have been like, it must be like what's it called? Like one of them ones where like maybe he had like a very underrated season. Just a lot of people didn't know. Like at least when we signed with Vicario, at least I knew he was chased by Juventus and Inter Milan. This is like the first time I've seen a big club linked to him. So next, I think this is generally more of an emergency if they actually felt like they want to sign a goalkeeper. Like because we still don't know if they even want to sign one. They're still clarifying it.
Nah, first, like I was saying, I said it on stage. He can't be. I've not seen him. He can't be worth the 09, man.
Yeah, I think he can only be. I agree because I was listening in. Yeah. He can at worst he can be as bad as him, but not worse.
Yes, and if he's as bad as him, sack everybody involved in the deal. Everybody got to be sacked. Everyone who sanctioned it, everybody who scouted him, everyone who signed off it needs to be sacked if he is. That's it. That desperately needs to be. Hey, Sam, where you at, man? Cause I gotta close out and go to the United Liverpool Beijing show, but don't worry, I ain't gonna forget. Why is it every time I ask you questions, you disappear from the chat for time? What's going on? But you lot, link for the membership is in the pinned comment and right there on the screen. Make sure you check it out. Also, on top of that as well, subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube channel. I need to add it underneath in the description, but it's on the feature channel page, the gaming channel, Sarcasm City TV Gaming, where speaking of boxing, I've been running Fight Night. You get pro clubs over there. I need to get GTA running up over there. I need to get Call of Duty over there running. I need to get Mario Kart running as well. I might go live on there tonight. Maybe not. And Spotify as well. Don't forget this show and all the other shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. But we are going to close out. Shout out to my brother Jez. Big up Ryan. Big up Fats as well. People, hit the like button on here. just as you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel, but don't go anywhere because we're redirecting straight to the United Liverpool podcast, Barbados edition. So it's United Liverpool, Bayesian Reds TV. Barnes is not around, but Pops is, so we'll be talking more Manchester United, more Liverpool. Obviously, the Hugo Ekitike, here we go. Isak news as well. Pops will be answering that. Me with Manchester United. I'm sure you'll have more questions in regards to those two as well. Because you don't get tired of asking questions, which is good because it keeps the show rolling. So big up, salute. Jez, anything you want to add before we close out?
Big up to you guys. Obviously you guys already know it's in the description if you want to find me on Twitch.
Underneath, yes.
It's down there. Plan to be live again this week, probably like 2-3 times this week. So make sure you have notification on, and yeah, man, support is always like here. Support the Mandem as well. Me, Steve from Prime was doing which is funny. We was doing the USG. We was doing USG versus Club Brugge, and yeah, we told you, bro. You think this is just a gimmick, bro? Like, bro, he's still here. He's still here, man.
Stupid guys. Jez's Twitch is there, people. So it's there in the chat. It's on the screen. You can see it's underneath in the description as well. So go follow Jez on Twitch. Big up Manib to smash the likes, people. Sub to the brother Flawless. Appreciate you, Manib, man. Big up as well. Big up to everyone. I don't know, to film on. Who says we'll sign a midfield and go? I asked Sam that a man can't get an answer. Simple word. I ain't even gonna dispute it. I just want to know what he thinks the squad is gonna look like. I have my ideas, but you know, here we are, people. And to Manib says, big up Flawless, it's been a while. Hope you're good. I'm blessed. Hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat as well, man. But like I said, we're closing out, heading right over to the United Liverpool podcast. So hit the like button on here. And as soon as you land over there, hit the like button, get your questions in as well. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you in 2 minutes.